Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work cause my...
Welcome in, everybody. Happy Sunday. Today, Merida living, apartment versus homes. What should you choose, and why did I choose this time to stay in an apartment versus a house? So Merida living, apartments versus homes. Next on Tia Niki. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Sunday. Thank you for being with me today. I took off last week. Your girl needed a break. I've been going at it, y'all, for a couple of years straight. And some Sundays, your girl just needs a break. Had so many people come and visit, come and move here to Merida. The welcome package, the traveling packages. So many of you have taken advantage of it, and I feel blessed to have you work with me, to choose me, and to trust me. So thank you all for being here. This week we are talking about apartments versus homes. But before we get into that, we got to get into this. Whoop whoop, my new and my true. Thank you so much for the new subs. I appreciate it. Thank you so much to my tried and true for always rolling with a sister, hanging with a sister, and supporting a sister. I truly, truly appreciate it. Now, apartment living versus houses, and why I chose an apartment this time. Now, for all of you who are not aware, go back and look at my molded out video. There should be a link to it right here in the corner. My corners are right. And you can look at that video, which explains how I got to where I am now. This will be my fourth move in 2 years. So to say that it's taken a toll on me is an understatement. And besides, never feeling quite like I'm home yet. So even though I've been here and I've lived in a lot of places, I am still searching for my forever home. So don't give up hope. Okay, so I wanted to talk about a few things. I have a goodie for you that I have going on. I'm very excited. We have some guides that will help you as you choose where to live in Merida. Now, I created these guides. There is a link to them in the bio. They are in the description. They are free. It's a trifold that gives you all the information you need on Merida. It also gives you information on hotels. It is a PDF file, so it is downloadable and the links are clickable. So we are going to get more into this further into this broadcast, but I wanted to let you know I have it for you, and I also have a couple of other goodies for you that I created. And these, beloved, are things that I wish I would have had as I go on apartment hunts, house hunting, even moving here. Just a travel guide on how to do it successfully. So I know the light is pretty bright and you can't see it. So there will be a screenshot. We'll go through everything that's in the guide, everything that are in the guides, because there are multiple ones, including apartment hunting checklist for Merida, so you can go through stuff I wish I had. I have produced for you all for free, downloadable on my website. The link is in the description, and also in the comment section there is a link to download it. Because I have put in so much work, it is free. However, I am asking for a small donation of $1.99. $1.99 to support my energy, my effort, and my execution. So support your girl. You don't have to give anything. You downloading it shows me that you're present. I just keep track of the emails so that I can send out thank yous. And don't say I never gave you none, y'all. Right? It's for free, and it has everything that you need on there. All the information on the checklist pardon me, and the house hunting tips and a comprehensive travel guide, okay? So we'll get into that right before we close today and get you on the fast track to downloading that and applying it to your journey, okay? So now, the shift between apartment and houses. Since I've been here, I've been in houses. There's a couple of things that's going on, y'all. Cortez also made a video about this because it is very, very impactful. So listen up. The prices are too high. You need to cut it. Them prices way too high. You need to cut it. That's what's going on. We're getting double whammied here. Because the population is booming in Merida, prices are going up, right? They're putting up a lot of these houses, condominiums, apartments, but you can buy them. So condos, mini condos, inside of apartment buildings, similar to what places in the U.S. have done and are doing. Okay, so it's been over a year since I signed a lease and saw these prices, and I was blown away. Now, there's still nothing in compared to the States, but compared to living here and the increase within this time, it is significant and needs to be noted. Also, you're contending with the conversion rate in the U.S., so you're getting hit from both sides. When I moved here, it was 20 to 1. It was easy. Every dollar equaled 20 pesos. Now it's around 16.50 to 1. And you lose money on the dollar, and you lose money the bigger the dollar amount becomes. So $1 compared to $100, compared to $1,000, compared to 10,000 and so forth, you feel that couple of coin difference in your monetary living expenses, okay? So as I mentioned, this is my fourth move. The prices are way too high. You need to cut it, so I did. I looked at about 5 units. A lot of people who are part of my YouTube membership platform, if you haven't joined, please join the membership. It's like $1.99 a month, $2.99 a month. And I give you some of the inside track of things that are going on in real time, or right after I've done them. And I show people the prices and what I looked at and what you get, the amenities. There is a link in the description as well, so you can go and look for yourself. Now, comparatively speaking, the same houses 2 years ago were 12,500 pesos. At that time, that's 625. Now those same houses are 15,000 pesos, 18,000, 20,000. So now you're looking at paying almost what you were paying in the States a couple of years ago. I know since I've been gone, it's increased quite a bit. But you're up over $1,000 US then. When you get into your 15,000, it'll sit you at about 900 and some change. But 16, 17, 18, 25,000, 45,000. These are for apartments, people. Apartments. So that's why a lot of people opt for houses. Now, let's talk about what you get with the house. You get the house for 10,000. So you save 5,000, 3,000, 7,000, 8,000 pesos. But your overhead, your garden work, if you got a pool, you need to get it cleaned. Depending on where you live, you have zoned areas in Merida where electricity is a little higher or a little less. I don't know the zone areas. I think there are 4. So look at Merida Central in the middle. Go points north, south, east, and west, and those are your zones. This is important to know when you're looking for somewhere to live. I think when we first get here, we're very gregarious about being able to get a house, because some of us have never even had the luxury of living in a house. And then a nice house for a modest amount of money. And you can still do that. However, I have found that you just don't look at the rent. Very seldom do you have things included. So you're looking at paying the water bill, paying lights, paying for your gas, paying for any overhead. What type of agreement do you have with your landlord, owner, or property manager? Are you paying for maintenance? Are you paying for repairs? Are you going 50-50? Are they doing the initial? Like where I lived before in the house, they did the initial cleaning of the AC units and ducts. But after that, it's on me. So if something goes wrong, it comes out of my pocket because they've serviced it upon me entering the property, the residence. So all of these things, along with the cost of living, we're feeling the inflation here in Mexico, okay? And it's hitting on all cylinders. It's hitting when you get groceries and where you get groceries from. Some markets are more expensive than others. Your local markets in your local neighborhoods that you can walk to are your least expensive. I've done videos. A lot of people have done videos on this. Opt to go there instead of Soriana's. That's very expensive, comparatively speaking. A friend pointed out to me, they said they never been there. They said it feels like Target. And I was like, that's perspective. Yes, it does feel a little like Target. It's kind of made like Target. It's kind of pretty like Target, right? Versus the Bodega Herrera, which is owned by Walmart, and it's Walmart on a lower scale, which means it's not pretty. It's not shelved. Stuff is in the boxes on the shelves. But it's organized. It's clean. The items are the same, but the prices are way more affordable. So you opt for that. Do not go to Walmart. Do not go to Walmart unless if you're on a budget, unless you just like, I like Walmart, I got a lot of money, and I'm going to Walmart. For those of us who are on a budget, do not go to Walmart. Opt for your bodega. Opt for your local markets. Get out, move around, do some walking, explore the area so that you can see your local options. You don't always need to go to Shajari. You don't always need to go to Soriana. Okay? You don't always need to go to Super Aki. I do advise Super Aki when it comes to supermarkets. It is the least impactful to your pocket than the others, okay? So keep that in mind. I'm looking through these houses, y'all, and hopefully I was able to get some stuff on the screen for you all to see. And if you're looking, you see the prices as I scroll through. And keep in mind, these are for 2 bedrooms. These are not for 3 and 4 bedrooms. These are 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. And I'm still paying for most of the overhead. Okay? So I opted for an apartment. I've shared with the Alliance group pictures of my place. I put a deposit down. And this is what I found, okay, as you come back to me from the houses, from the listings. It is about what you need. Listen to me when I tell you this. I shared the place with a few of my friends. I wanted to get some feedback. Seeing that this is the first time I'm living in an apartment here, so I don't know what to expect. So they see objectively what about space, sound, noise. The noise level, I will have to really see and report once I get there. As far as upstairs, the last apartment I was in, I was on the top floor, so I had nobody, and I had an elevator. So this one is just walk straight in from the front parking lot, which is right in front, easy access. And it's only 2 units on each floor. It's a very small apartment building, which I like. Most apartment buildings, if they are high rises or no kids, no pets. Just so you know, check it. It's on the checklist that's coming up that I made for y'all to check that off. No pets, no children, or children pet policy. And sometimes there's also an additional fee that you have to pay for coverage for pet damage or anything like that. So as I talked to my friends, they pulled this thing, and a major thing that stood out to me was space. Okay, I'm with y'all in this little space. This is where I work. People in the membership ask that I do a day in the life. I'm a little hesitant about doing it because all it consists of is me in this space. On the computer, creating, day in and day out, running the programs that I have. I have 12 programs. I'm minimizing some things. I have a business development class. If you want to take it, it's instant access videos on how to develop your business. So this is my workspace. A day in the life may be pretty boring. Plus, I take you guys with me when I pick up clients. We had an issue with a client in an Airbnb, and I was able to do a short on that and give you real-time example of what you may encounter when you rent an Airbnb unseen. Now, unfortunately, Tia Niki, can't go into the Airbnb and check it out for you. Only the person that rented it can check it out. However, I can look at the neighborhood. I can zoom in on the house as far as I can see. I suggest you do the same thing. You may be unfamiliar with the area. That's what I'm here for, right? So if you book a package, you like Airbnb help, I have people that I can connect with who will let me see the Airbnb. So that particular fiasco, the client had to go to Ibis to get the 10% off, stay there for a couple of days, go get another Airbnb, wasn't satisfied with that Airbnb. Now I want to be very, very clear, and I was very clear with her when she went through this process. Merida may not be for you. It depends on the level of lifestyle that you're used to and the level of lifestyle you're willing to adapt to. See, in Merida, it's just regular people. We down here on earth. For America, it's more luxury. You have what you want, when you want it, however you need it. Instant gratification. Here you have to wait for good things. Right? You have to work with the energy. You have to work with people, and to get frustrated and treat people condescendingly is not going to help you execute your efforts. It's not going to bear you any positive fruit. You have molded, rotten fruit. Right? So the goal here is to procreate substantial relationships, to rebuild your foundation, restructure your life, and it's to be taken seriously. Okay? So when you decide to move here and you come here, you visit, you expect a certain level of hospitality, a certain level of response time, a certain level of living conditions. This may be difficult for you if you're not willing to shift and adjust and pivot with the energy. I'm telling you, just like I told her. I have had a few rough clients this few last go around. I've had some rough clients because we are bringing that American frustration, depression with us to Merida. And I know that it is almost an unachievable goal to leave it behind. However, cut people bleed on other people, and that's what's happening with me. That's why I took off last Sunday, because I've been bled on. And all I'm here trying to do is heal wounds. Right? And I am affected by how other people treat other people. If you're on the phone hollering at customer service as if it is their fault, that affects me. Because I'm not my sister's keeper. I am my sister. I am my brother. And I can see both sides. I understand your frustration. And I understand that this gentleman or this female, this woman, is just trying to do their job. And you're not making it easier by hollering at them and being frustrated at something that means nothing. In the overall scheme of things, it means nothing. But if it means something to you, okay, because a lot of times we're so tired of we don't get to see the beauty around us because we're too fixated on the cap not being on the pen. Put the pen down and bask in the beauty around you. Okay? There is a transition period for that to happen. However, baby steps are better than no steps and regression to go back. So, if you're used to, and I'm speaking directly to you who are thinking about travel packages or moving here to Merida, because we're talking about living in Merida in houses and apartments, it's all relative. Okay? A lot of people are coming here to visit to see if they can live here. And this shift in lifestyle, simple things will be huge, depending on what you feed. Right? So, really think about it. Tulum, Playa del Carmen, Mexico City. Oaxaca. These are all points of interest that may be better suited to your lifestyle. People have left here because it's too hot, right? They go to Oaxaca because it only gets about 85 during the summer. And the price of living, the cost of living is half of Merida. So there are options for you no matter what you need, where you want to go. Merida as a whole city may not particularly be the place that gives you the luxury that you want or the immediate gratification that you want, but there are places in Mexico that will. And I'm going to be honest with you and tell you what I see. The shift in changing the thought patterns and being heavily policed in the States is another big issue that we bring with us here. We're so used to walking out the store and showing a receipt. We got to report what we did. Or they stop you and want to see what you got. It don't happen here. It don't happen here. I haven't witnessed that. One time, I saw a local with one item in their hand, and he wanted to just see the receipt for the one item. But that was it. Other than that, I've never been stopped and asked for receipts. So I've had people get upset with me. I had people that be like, oh my God, I feel free. Then I've also had people to get upset with me because they got to stop and they're frustrated because they've been heavily policed. Taking pictures in stores, videos in stores. When I first came, I didn't know if I was allowed to do it either. But as I began to stay here, I understood that that's publicity for them. They love it. You're going to showcase my little shop on your YouTube channel. You can push me some business. I appreciate that. I know I would. Because a lot of these places here are owned by locals. They're local mom and pop shops. So you giving them stuff, advertisement that costs money. So breaking that heavily policed state of being is a thing when you come here. Nobody cares about your receipt or what you got. They don't care if you take a picture or not. But I noticed it's the little things that make a difference. So now back to this conversion effect on your groceries, your Uber rides, your DD, the cost of living, living in a house and overhead versus an apartment. Why I chose an apartment this time is because, simply put, I don't want to do nothing no more, y'all. I want some of that soft, cushy life. And I don't think you need a lot of money to do that. Where I'm living now is a lateral move to a fantastic neighborhood. One of the most affluent neighborhoods in Merida, Monte Cristo. All of the Montes are very affluent. That's where your mini mansions and grande mansions are. And I'm in a little apartment in the neighborhood. It's not because the neighborhood, let me explain. The neighborhood is affluent, but it's not because of the way it looks. It's because it's clean. The streets are wide. They get better care, right? Get attention. They make sure they keep their neighborhood pristine and care about it because they got a hell of a lot of money invested in their property. So because they have mucha grande property, they want to keep the surrounding area safe to keep their property value on point. See what I'm saying? So I elevated my game by moving to a specific neighborhood. And I know the Montes, Cortez and I have talked about the Monte de Mateos, the Monte Cristals, the Monte Ames. It's a lot of Montes. It's not a lot. I mean, it's maybe about 8. Look it up and research. The Montes in Merida. Also, to get the place at the price I got it when I'm looking at 14, 15, 23. I was striving to get the solar panels. You know, I talked to you guys about that. 21,000 sold for solar panels. I saw one for 13.5. It was on the second floor though. And you know, Mama J need the bottom level. So that ruled that out. It was a nice place. For only 13.5 is good for solar panels. So in moving to this apartment, I got rid of having to do the garden, but I still have a yard. I have a washing machine. I have every single thing that I needed and had on my checklist to get. Washing machine. I didn't know I was going to get a backyard, but I got one. Because it's only 2 units. I'm on this side, she's on that, whoever's on the other side. Just us. Fully loaded kitchen. Got rid of the oven, which is cool because I never use it. It's too hot in Merida. So I got the 4 gas eyes, which is great. Plenty of cabinet, cupboard, insulated, and dishes. Counter space, a little island. It's furnished. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 5 ceiling fans, which lets me know 2 things. I should get good ventilation, no mold, and it may be a hot box. So I got windows in the front, in the back. I'm on the end, so I got them on the side as well. 2 windows in each bedroom. Closet takes up the whole wall. Definitely a step up from where I am, where we have 1 bathroom. And for 500 more pesos, which is, I believe, some kind of divine blessing that fell out the sky right into my lap when I needed it. I'm going to be honest with y'all and telling y'all as I look, my ego took over because I saw some things that were prettier. They had more amenities. One place was 14, which is about $850. And we're talking about this one being $620 versus $840, $50. But it had a clubhouse and a pool, an office. It even had a kitchen. So if you had a party, you had to worry about your house. It had a little grilling section, a place for you to sit down. The amenities were off the chain. However, it was 14. And it had 2 little electric eyes. No gas. This place has water included, trash included. The apartment that was 14 had a HOA. It's not called HOA. A maintenance fee of 250 pesos a month, which is only about $15 or something like that. So these are minor differences that make a world of difference. Because I realize that if this place is 14 now, what will it be in 6 months? Now, it'll always be 14. Understand the amount of your rent doesn't change in pesos. If your rent is 15,000 pesos a month, it's 15,000 pesos a month. What changes is the US dollar side, the conversion rate. When I was paying 12.5 thousand pesos a month, that was 625 pesos. Now, 12.5 is like 725 pesos or 750 pesos. So we went up almost 100 to 150 US dollars because of the conversion rate over the last year or over the last 2 years. So because I understand trends, and if you don't understand trends, the market is trending downward, right? Eventually it will rebound. but understand what is impacting the trend. See, this is work, y'all. It's more than just showing up. You got to show up and show out on your best knowledge, which you know. Gather all of this while you're in the hallway. You ain't even thought about trends while you're in the hallway, or a highway on your way here. So, looking at the trend, because you got things affecting inflation in the U.S. is bad right now. And the U.S. dollar is declining, right? Also, look at the trend of, it was one more. The U.S. dollar is declining. And I'll remember it. I'll come back to the trends. But you got to watch. It will eventually come back up, the elections. That's the other trend. Pop. So you got that dollar because of the inflation and the instability of the elections and the probable outcome, a possible outcome, and what that looks like economically, monetarily on the back end of that. Now we know what happened on 1/6, right? And what that looked like, and how that impacted the economy. Every shift in political power, every shift in money matters affects you whether you are in the United States or not, sweetheart. So, Cortez did a video, The Allure of Merida. Do not get caught up in the magical allure of Merida, because all you're doing is moving your life from one place to another, and you continue to live your life. I'm not on vacation. I'm not at the beach. You know, like a day in the life is me sitting out on the beach with a cocktail, enjoying the sunlight. Life in me. No, boo-boo kitty. It is not like that, Scooter Pie. It's not like that. You got to keep on pushing. You got to keep on going. For those who are in the awake community, you got to tote the bell and carry the water. Whether you're awoke or you're not, you still got to tote the bell and carry the water. Unless you are fortunate enough to have a monthly income where you have given your time, energy, and effort to America or the United States, and now you get a check and you can chill on your check. But for those of us who are still in our working years, every penny matters, the trends matters, the dollar matters, inflation matters, election matters, whether you are living in the United States or you're living in Thailand. Okay? Okay. And this is another thing of why I moved. Okay? My wants and my needs. So this place gave me everything I needed. Everything. The rooms are opposite. They're roommate side style. So they are across from each other. In between us are the closets and a bathroom. And I have my own bathroom. So for me, it's enough space. Somebody else looking at it may not be like it's enough space. But I'm like, I'm in this little space right here. What's all the space for? And I also ascertained that more space costs more money. Square footage costs money. Now, the big underlying reason, another huge and underlying reason for me and why I move, and this may be applicable to you when you come here, is we talked about Total Play and having internet access with no outages, and Total Play gives me that. And also, my Uber bills, since I have been out here, have tripled. And I gotta stop. I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding financially. You may begin to bleed financially. This is a clue that you're in the wrong place. If you got more money going out than you got coming in, this is a clear clue that you're in the wrong place. So I know I am, because I'm bleeding monetarily. A trip that would cost me in the parenthetical in the city, like to go to Ibis or to go to Vinyl Low, where you can get 10% off if you mention Tia Niki Vinyl Low Alta Brisa. From my house 12 bucks. 15, 20 bucks round trip. Ibis, another 15. In the city, $5 round trip. $7 round trip. Now, I'm going to do a video for y'all on I can't meet and eat. It costs too much. I went and met a client for an in-person consultation. Client was beautiful. Family was beautiful. However, it cost me $25 to go. My consultation is only $45. Cost me $25 round trip to go. And then my food is either not the bill, I got to pay for my own food, in which case I'm not going to order none because I'm going to eat at home and get a drink maybe. And then sometimes I'm left with the bill, which happened to me last time. Ended up being 50 pesos short, and I had to pay that. So bad, so my friend came over. He said, buddy, because I was like this. He said, buddy, and gave me a free drink. Shout out to Jorge over there at Oriental City. So, and plus the energy, the effort, it's a lot. So, moving back into the city gives me ability to be able to meet and eat on occasion, or be able to throw soirees. You all have asked for a Tia Niki monthly calendar, so I'm working on it because there are enough people here that have moved here that are visiting where we can get together and do a group bowling or go to the movies or things like that. So look out for that coming monthly after I move, right? So these make a huge impact on my dollar. We've talked about the conversion rate, how it affects you living no matter where you are, particularly here in Merida, watching the trend of the dollar, the inflation, the politics that affect it. These prices way too high, you need to cut it. Them prices way too high, you need to cut it. We need to cut it. So we can't control the dollar, but we can control our budgeting. We can control our eyes being hungrier than our needs and our wants, and getting something modest if your pocket requires it. If your pocket requires it. Because I know what I'm paying today won't be what I'm paying in 6 months, and it won't be paying what I'm paying in a year. This rent that I'm paying, being 500 pesos more, which is basically $12.50 to $15 more per person than what I'm paying, allows me to sleep at night. I know I don't have to get up and get on the computer and hustle and grind and sweat and have an attitude and be like, hey y'all, welcome in everybody. You know what I'm saying? It keeps me positive. It helps me deliver a positive message. And it also is living proof that you can do it. You can and you will do it. You just got to go about it right. So before we wrap up today, I'm going to switch off for a minute and go to a presentation that I did so we could talk about your guides. You've got your guides, your free guides for you. We have a Tia travel guide that's going to give you your hotels, where to stay, the hospitals. It also gives you a list of restaurants where you get your discounts, how to betterfy your experience. Also, there is a Merida apartment hunting guide. Now that I'm doing apartments, I'm excited. So I'll be offering that. And also, what I'm super duper excited about is a comprehensive moving to Merida guide that will help you smoothly transition, where we get everything. These are double-sided, folks. I did not play around. And the most beautiful thing is it is free. All that I ask, if your heart, lead with your heart. If you want to give a donation for all the work that I put in, since these are 3 separate documents and they are free of charge. So, if you don't give, it's okay. I want you to take it and be blessed on your journey, because these are things that I wish I would have had. Oh, how much easier would it have been? And remember, the links are down. The links in the document are clickable. So it'll take you right to book your hospitality, wherever you want to stay. If you need Rappi or DD, it will take you to the page the website. So you can look at it and check it out and see if indeed you need it and download it before you come or after you get here. So the fourth wave is coming through, y'all. We on the fourth wave, honey. We gonna keep pushing. The fourth wave, the fourth movement. But this, I'm telling y'all, is the most conscious decision I've ever made. I know Mercury is Gatorade right now, and you're not supposed to make decisions. However, I have 2 retrogrades in my chart. So a lot of times during this period, I get golden nuggets of opportunities, and I take advantage of them, and I urge you to take advantage of opportunities that present themselves. Don't be scared, and if you are scared, do it anyway, right? Do it anyway. So think about if you want to manage a yard. A lot of you all want a pool. You want a yard. Put it in your budget. That's all. When you're looking for somewhere, put that in your budget. I'm going to need this amount of money for the pool. I'm going to need this amount of money for my yard, for my gardener. Jardines. See. You need that. Budgeting. Keeping an actual ledger or digital access point for your budgeting. During my homeless phase, I took a budgeting class at the Crisis Center, and it was one of the best things I could have ever done, and it taught me totally how to manage my money. And what I'm here to tell y'all before we go to your free guides is that I am not trying to go back to the USBS, period, ever. So I control that, right? To a certain degree. I control the decisions that I make, how much I want to pay for rent. And I'm not doing it for nobody but me and mine. I'm looking out for number one, and I want you to do the same. Take it seriously. Look at the forthcoming guides. They will help you along your journey. They will help you whether you're house hunting or apartment hunting. And I really believe that they'll help you no matter if you're in Merida or if you're moving somewhere else in the States. It's great to have a checklist to make sure you don't miss anything. It's even more, I think personally, is needed even more here because you have out of the ordinary things. Like most places don't come with smoke detectors, right? So if you wanted one, you would have to buy one and put it up. So just being cognizant of the difference in the living conditions and the lifestyle will help you be successful in your move. So wish me luck. Pray for me as I move to my first apartment in Merida, my 4th move, and hopefully my last move for a very long time, and we can settle in, unpack some boxes, and unpack our hearts and eat some good food, and I don't have no overhead. I can just work, give you all good material, good information, guide you along the path. You know, each one teach one, right? And live a peaceful life. I'm into that, y'all. I came here, I was excited about having a yard, excited about having fruit trees. I'm over it. I got over that part. That part gone, y'all. It gone, I got over it. I pieced it out. I had it, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. However, who gonna pick up all this fruit and sweep up all these leaves? If I got all this space, who's going to mop it and clean it? Or do I have to pay somebody to come in and maintain it? See, it's bigger than it looks. It's a little bit more overhead than you assume when you first move here. We don't have carpet. So you can't just vacuum. You got to get somebody in there to scrub those and the floors. And depending on where you live, if you live closer to the beach, you get the sand, right? And then when you're in the city, you get some of the leaves and the dirt if your floors, if your doors aren't flush. So things like this are on this list so that you can check them out and you're making an educated, intelligent move, a well thought out plan, right? You know that's what I'm about. Plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and connection and community. So with that being said, up next is the guys. Enjoy them, have them for free. All right, kiddios. Ever wondered what it's like to pack up your life and start anew in the vibrant heart of Merida, Mexico? I did just that, and I'm about to share my journey with you. Pulling from my own experiences, I have crafted the ultimate trio of guides to make your transition to Merida as seamless as possible. The Tia Travel Guide, Moving to Merida Comprehensive Checklist, and Merida Apartment Hunting Guide are the keys to unlocking your next adventure. My journey began much like yours, with a suitcase full of dreams and a heart full of questions. The challenges I faced, from language barriers to navigating a new real estate market, inspired me to create these guides. My experiences have been distilled into these comprehensive resources to make your move smoother. The Tia Travel Guide is your virtual tour guide, offering insider tips on the best places to eat, healthcare facilities, and even hotel booking links. It's a pocket-sized concierge ready to help you explore the city like a local. It also includes special Tia Niki discounts. The Moving to Merida Comprehensive Checklist is your roadmap to a successful move. It tackles everything from mastering the local language and culture to building your network. It's a safety net, ensuring no crucial detail is overlooked in your move. The Merida Apartment Hunting Guide is your personal real estate advisor. It breaks down lease details, utility bill understanding, and even poses essential questions for potential landlords. It's your secret weapon for securing your dream home. And the best part, I am giving away these guides for free. You're free to download them and start planning your Merida move today. If you find them helpful, consider supporting the channel and brand with a donation. Your contribution helps her continue to provide invaluable information to future Merida relocators. So why wait? Embark on your Merida adventure today with the Tia Travel Guide, Moving to Merida Comprehensive Checklist, and Merida Apartment Hunting Guide. Make your relocation dreams a reality. Until next time, hasta luego, amigos. Merida awaits you. So I really hope you enjoyed that. I hope it's information that you find valuable, that you can use. Download it, go to my website, check out some more information if you need it. Join the Alliance group. We love to have you. Join the YouTube membership community, where I can give you some behind the scenes information in between the videos, right? There's so many beautiful things going on in Tia Niki Land. Tia Niki Land and brand. Anything you need to make the adjustment, to make the change, don't be afraid to ask as well. Send me an email, tianiki@tianiki.com, or tianiki in Merida @gmail.com. Join the Alliance group, join the membership, take the Canva class, join the Benders Business Network, take a business development class to develop your skill or product or service. You can do it anyway, even if you're scared, even if you have questions, even if you have doubts. It's okay. I did too. And I'm here to show and prove it can be done. So, until next Sunday, enjoy your week. And I may see you in this week in between, right? I'm going to try to get y'all some footage of me moving, getting to the new place, and getting it all settled in. Remember, we got the Chichanista Kukulkan Night Show coming in June the 22nd. So get the tickets while supplies last. A lot of you have bought them. I'm very excited. I don't care if it's 10 of us. We're going to have a good time. So I don't think I have anything else. With that being said, you all have a wonderful week. Be blessed. And I'll see you next time. Peace.